So, what can a Roman emperor, literally one of the most powerful men in history, teach us about self discipline? Well, it turns out a whole lot. We're about to dive into the incredible insights of Marcus Aurelius, an emperor whose private journal has somehow become this timeless guide for mastering your own mind. Just let that sink in for a second. This single idea is the foundation for literally everything we're about to cover. Marcus is telling us that real strength, real discipline, it doesn't come from trying to control the world out there. It comes from mastering the world in here. And that shift in perspective, it changes everything. Okay, so where do we even begin? Well, before you can start acting with discipline, you've got to build the right foundation inside your own head. So this first part is all about that. The two core principles for creating a powerful mindset for action. Think about it like this. You get a flat tire. Do you sit there and try to find the motivation to change it? No way. You just do it. Why? Because your purpose is crystal clear. You need to get back on the road. That's the whole point. The single biggest source of self-discipline is having a powerful reason to act. Without that strong why, any little obstacle can knock you off course. And believe it or not, Marcus Aurelius asked himself this very question. He saw it as his duty, his purpose, to get up and contribute. Sure, staying under the blankets is comfortable, but it's not what we're here for. Your purpose is the fire that burns right through all your excuses. So, you've got your purpose? Great. Now you need a plan. And here's the secret. Don't just commit to the big, scary end goal. That's overwhelming. Instead, commit to the small, manageable steps that get you there. Breaking a huge task into tiny milestones gives you a feeling of control, and it stops you from feeling overwhelmed, which, is basically the express lane to procrastination. All right, with that foundation in place, let's get into the daily habits that actually build the muscle of discipline. This isn't about some one-time heroic gesture. It's about the small things you do day in and day out. This is where so many of us stumble, right? You miss one workout and suddenly the whole week feels like a write-off. But real discipline isn't about being perfect. It's the habit of just starting again. Remember that. A new day is a clean slate. It's your ability to get back on the horse after you fall off that really forges a strong character. Now, this next one is going to sound a little weird. I mean, we spend most of our lives chasing comfort. But the Stoics, they did the opposite. They intentionally sought out discomfort. Think of it like a vaccine for hard times. By giving yourself small, controlled doses of hardship, you build up an immunity for when life's real challenges show up. And we're not just talking about some abstract idea here. These are actual exercises. Try one. Take a cold shower tomorrow morning. Sleep on the floor for one night. You'll quickly prove to yourself that you can handle way more than you think, and that a little discomfort won't break you. This builds some serious mental fortitude. And this brings us to the classic test of discipline, doesn't it? Delayed gratification. Picture it. You're at a party. There's amazing food everywhere, but you have a fitness goal. Eating that junk food right now is instant gratification. But choosing to wait, choosing the greater reward of hitting your goals, well, that's the essence of self-control. It's all about choosing what you want most over what you want now. Okay, so you've built your foundation, you've got your daily practice, but what happens when life inevitably throws you a curveball? This next part is all about the Stoic toolkit for handling the outside world with an unbreakable sense of calm. Pay attention because this idea right here is a total game changer. So much of our stress, our wasted energy, comes from trying to control things we simply can't. The Stoics understood that true peace comes from one simple practice: separating what's up to us from what isn't. And it becomes really clear when you lay it all out. In your control, your judgments, your actions, your mindset. That's pretty much it. Out of your control, well, everything else. What other people think, the weather, what happens in the world. Your job is to pour all of your energy into the things you can actually shape. That why me mindset is the absolute enemy of mental toughness. The second you start blaming other people or your circumstances, you're just giving away your power. Taking responsibility, even for things that aren't technically your fault, puts you right back in the driver's seat. It's about focusing on the solution, not the blame. Here's a guarantee. Anytime you try to improve yourself, critics are going to come out of the woodwork. And Marcus Aurelius' advice on this is just brilliant. Don't waste a single second of your precious energy on what they think. Getting upset by someone you don't even respect is as pointless as getting angry at the rain. It's just a distraction. All right, we're in the home stretch. Let's talk about how to turn discipline from a short-term goal into a lifelong journey. This isn't about crossing some finish line. It's about the continuous, never-ending process of just getting better. And hey, you don't have to figure all this stuff out on your own. Look around you. Who do you know that's mastered a habit you're trying to build? Who has the kind of discipline you admire? Watch them, learn from them, ask them how they did it. Find role models and emulate them. And here we are, the final piece of the puzzle. To really become disciplined, you have to become your own observer. Every single evening, just take a few minutes to look back on your day with brutal honesty. This little habit of an evening review makes you so much more self-aware and helps you pinpoint exactly where you need to improve. And these are the questions to guide you. It's not just about what went wrong. First, acknowledge your wins so you know what to repeat. Then, identify where you were tested. And finally, make a specific, concrete plan for how you're going to be just a little bit better tomorrow. You know, this might be the most important part of the whole review process. Forgive yourself. Seriously. All the research shows that when we beat ourselves up for failing, we just end up procrastinating more. It's self-compassion, the ability to say, okay, that wasn't great, but I'll try again, that actually gives you the strength to keep going. So after all these powerful principles from an ancient emperor, it really all boils down to this moment. Because knowledge without action is useless. So think about it right now. What is the one small thing you will actually do tomorrow to put this wisdom into practice? Because that right there is where the whole journey begins.